Welcome back to Daily Flex. It is Wednesday today, and what we're going to be focusing on is the adductors and the abductors. So simply put, that is the inside section of our leg, that's the adductor, and then the abductor is the outside of the leg, that's what takes the leg away. What we're going to do is 2 movements for releasing the inside of the leg, and then 1 exercise for strengthening the outside of the leg. You're going to need a foam roller, or you can even do this with a ball. I'm just going to do it with a foam roller today. We just want to position the foam roller underneath our leg and get ourselves sort of up onto a 90-degree angle. So start off at the knee and flatten out through the pelvis. And I'm just letting the pressure go into the roller here until I find that first trigger point. And then I'm just flexing and extending my leg. So if I get the team to come around here, I get a better angle of it. And I just want to stay here for about 20 seconds until I feel a change in the tissue. So it just starts to sort of release, never taking it past a 7 out of 10 in discomfort. Very small movement, just move up towards the hips. Same again. So I'm just going to flex my leg 3 to 5 times. Some of you might find this kind of okay and might want to use a ball for doing this release. You can do it with a foam roller and it's still effective. You might even want to try lifting the leg upwards and down to touch the ground. Just find different spots. And then keep working your way up very slowly, finding 3-4 tight spots. You can work right up into that sort of groin area. You don't really get too much up here. It's more down towards the knee that you pick up the deeper sort of release. So we want to spend a minute here releasing the adductors. And then flip over onto the other side. I'll just quickly demo it. Always make sure you get the knee up high enough. You don't want to have the knee way down below you here. Up she goes. And don't come back out of it. Try and flatten the pelvis against it as much as you can. Find that point. So for me, I pick up mostly towards the knee, so at the far end. Small roll. Keep pressure on it. Keep your weight in the roller. So 1 minute to 2 minutes on each side will take care of that. And then we jump off. Once we've spent a minute or so, now we're going to do a sort of contract, relax, or a long hold stretch for the adductors. So easy way of doing this is if you can use a Swiss ball, you can use a bench. You'd see a lot of people do this standing where they just go into that position and just hold the stretch through here. I'm just going to sit on the edge of the bench, keep both my feet flat on the ground, and then just lean across until I feel the stretch through here. That is a really easy adductor stretch. And I'd keep the chest up and just hold that stretch for 1 to 2 minutes. When I'm done, change over onto the other side. So this is for people that are really tight through the adductors. I'd just do it very simply like this. If you wanted to do both at the same time, you can get the legs as wide as you can, like a sumo squat. Keep your feet pointing forward, keep your chest up, and just push your hands out. Or sorry, push your legs out with your hands, and then just tilt from the hip. So if I get Tim to come over to the side, you'll see that my back is still straight. So this is like me going into a deadlift position. And I get that stretch all the way through. So I'm pushing out, keeping neutral spine. And this is a great stretch for the adductor. Okay, so easy way, slightly harder. If you're in the gym or you've got some sort of weight plate that you can use at home, this is the crazy way to release your adductors. So bring yourself down onto the ground. You see people do stretches like this in the gym and all we're doing is rounding out our back. It's not really that effective. What we're going to do is, I've just got a 10 kilo plate here today. I'm just going to place that on my leg. So obviously this leg's dropping, this leg's coming up. But as I come back, I can lie flat on my back. Now if I just bring this leg up, it takes all the tension, all the stretch out of it. But as I drive and drop this leg towards the ground, now I get that big stretch through the adductor. So I'm going to hang out here for a minute to 2 minutes. If I want to sort of do a contract relax method, what I can do here is lift the plate up slightly, so contract against the weight, and then as I relax, let it sink deeper. I like to just sit into this stretch and just hang out here for a minute to 2 minutes. When I want to come out of it, just bring that leg across. That takes the pressure out of the stretch, so there's no problem with it. And then just come on out of it. Always do both sides. So I might as well spend a little bit of time here. Bring the feet in a little closer to my glutes. Bring myself back. So again, there's the pressure out. Now this side seems a bit tighter. So just this leg drops across until that stretch kicks in. And I just want to keep a little arch in my lower back so I'm not flattening my back against it. And I'm just breathing into this adductor area. Woo. Have fun here for a couple of minutes and then come out of it. So that's the harder way of releasing the adductors. Now that we've released the adductors, the muscle on the outside, the abductor, I'm going to do a little bit of strengthening with it. I've just got here a little set of yoga bands, and all we do for this is just stand shoulder width apart inside the band and cross our arms over. Now, you just sort of want to keep a softness in the knees and just a slight tilt from the hip, maintaining that neutral spine, okay? And very small steps. Make it easier by having your hands down closer to your knees, harder, put more tension in the band. So I'm just going to hold the band on my hips, and I'm just going to crab walk. So I just small steps. What's happening here is the adductor muscles fire up, and I'm just going to do a minute. You can walk up and down the room. If you've not got much space to work in, you can literally just step out, step in, and just keep that one side loaded up. What we don't want to see is the body go like this in order to compensate. We're trying to keep stable through the body. So if we're doing the other side, out, step in, and I want to do 3 sets of 1 minute. So we'll do one, so we'll just go like 30 seconds up and back, 30 seconds up and back. This is a standing dynamic version of lying on your side and doing what I call Jane Fonda's. This is just better, more effective to do things standing. So the purpose of the daily flex, obviously we do 2 releases and then 1 strengthening. So we strengthen the opposite side because that's what keeps the pelvis in alignment. We'll do that every single day. If you can get all of that done in one sequence, get it done in one sequence. If you can just find the time to do the 2 stretches stroke release and then do the core one at the end of your workout or after your sort of gym class or in the evening. But ideally see if you can get that little 5-10 minute routine done in one. See you tomorrow.
From the hand, and then use your other arm to place on top. Now you only want to